and welcome to my channel. Today I've got a glam look for you that's actually still kind of wearable, I guess, due to the colors. But mostly I really just wanted to do something casual and, well, in terms of like, let me put it this way. The last bunch of my videos have been very talkative and extremely long, so I decided that today I would try to do something that's actually informative, yet not 12 hours long. So just more of a relaxed, not too chatty tutorial for once. Mostly inspired by a movie and a makeup palette, which I'll come back to later once we actually start applying the makeup and all. But yeah, this is the final result that we're going to work on today, so let's get started. We're starting off with eyebrows and eye primer already done, so we can immediately move on to the eyeshadow. I did want to mention my eye primer today is Maybelline Color Tattoo because the eyeshadow isn't going to cover everything. So I did want a eyeshadow base with coverage, basically. But yeah, the eyeshadow palette I'm going to use is this Pro Slim eyeshadow palette by Catrice, Neon Earth. They had two versions, I think. This is the inside. It looks really pretty. I really like the colors. I sort of feel like with how the design is that it's supposed to be a dupe of an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette or something, but I'm not sure. It doesn't remind me of a particular palette. I just really like the warm tones in here. And yeah, basically my idea, like I said, is a winged look. If you have seen Birds of Prey, like the first moment when that lady who can sing really well has, you know, like she has this eye look that is sort of a winged look in gold and bronze-ish tones. Yeah. It's been a couple of weeks since I've seen the movie, so I don't remember exactly what it looked like, but that's basically my inspiration for today. So I'm just going to try to get the plastic off this thing and we can get started. Contrary to what I usually do, I'm going to start off with the brow bone highlight, just because I feel like blending this out is going to be easier if I do it now than when I already have the wing going on. So yeah, just placing it there. Now with a little bit of a nude shade, the other one was just an off-white by the way, matte, this is also a matte. On a big fluffy blender I'm just going to blend it together. You really can't tell, but you know, this way at least the primer is set. It makes a little bit of a difference in real life. Then we're going to do this. I'm using an eyeliner brush and a very pale taupe shade. Basically you need a color that's like easy enough to work over. You don't want something that's going to be impossible to cover. Because the idea of doing this first, just putting the entire cut crease winged look there first, is that if at this point you make a mistake, you'll still be able to easily fix it up. But to be able to still easily fix it up, you obviously gotta make sure you're not using the absolute darkest color in the universe ever. So yeah, I'm just using a taupe shade that is visible against my skin, yet not too much there. You can go as high up as you want. I'm not going up too high, I keep it not really natural, but you know, something like this. Okay, I just started blending a bronze shade out from the outer corners inwards, the outer edges I should say of the whole wing. With an angled brush so I can really get to the edges, but it's slightly bigger and therefore quicker than the eyeliner brush. And yes, I have double stripes now because I decided I wanted it to be a little bit higher anyway. That kind of thing happens sometimes. But yeah, just gonna fill in the edges, and this is the first time I'm actually using this palette, so I'm hoping I can build up the pigment enough to get it to look as I want. Okay, we're there. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by the quality. I did have to dampen the brush a little bit to get it to be really metallic, but it's easy to build up, it's very nice, and it does get the job done. Now I'm going to switch to a tiny flat brush, an eyeshadow brush, for a gold shade. It's the fun part of using a palette for something like this that you haven't tried before. I have no idea how the colors are going to work out. But anyway, alternatively for this step you could use your finger, but considering the length of my claws, that would not be a very safe option for me. So I'm just going to use this. You can just use a wet brush as well if that's necessary, but I feel like this color is opaque enough on its own. Okay, that's on there too. Now for the next shade, I'm hoping it'll focus. Yep. that shade Gold that's it pretty much in the center of the screen. Now it's the splotches of holographic stuff in it. I'm really curious as to what it's gonna look like in real life, so I'm gonna try it out. Okay, as it turns out, it becomes a very glittery gold. Like the, it's really a separate material almost, the holo patches. So I'm pretty much just taking my brush and blending them together in the pan, so it just becomes one thing. And when I apply it, you can still see the pinkish holo in it. It's mostly a gold glitter, but yeah, it's a very special color. I like it. By the way, one thing about cheap eyelash, like through subscribe to my channel, you already know this, and if you're not yet, please do. We have a lot of fun here. But anyway, expensive makeup eyelashes usually require less work than cheap ones, just because cheap ones usually you need to apply 5 layers instead of 1. Nevertheless, they are actually really good in their own way. They just take a little bit more time, I guess, to apply than the, the Urban Decay and Jeffree Star stuff I usually use. But yeah, really what I'm trying to say with that is, like, if you don't want to spend that much money on products that you're gonna toss on the floor anyways, apparently. As I was saying, but if you don't want to spend or can't spend that much money on makeup, you can still do cool looks like this. You can just do them with cheaper palettes, and it'll just take a little bit more time probably to get the opacity there. But it's totally doable. But yeah, what I'm gonna do next is just outline the cut crease with Brown Under by Catrice, which is a metallic cream eyeshadow. Just using an eyeliner brush for this part, by the way. And really come to think of it, like for me personally, like the first brand, like back when I was in like primary school, it was mostly Miss Sporty. I don't even think we had Catrice yet in the Netherlands then, I'm not sure. But anyway, like from the point onwards where I really started to get serious with makeup, it's always been Catrice and Essence for me. Like here in the Netherlands, they're just very easy to acquire, they're very cheap. But they actually do have really cool products, they jump on the trends. Like with the cream eyeshadow stuff and such, like once it became fashionable to have cream eyeshadows and stuff like that, like the metallic stuff, the liquid metals, Catrice came out with it too. So yeah, I just really think I actually learned most of my basic skills using Catrice products. So, now that we're on the difficult things anyway, I'm also going to do an eyeliner. I'm going to use one that's basically almost empty, so I'm really hoping I'll still have enough because I want to do a brown eyeliner today. I just feel like it'll fit better than a black eyeliner today. Okay, I just got really lucky, because this eyeliner is now officially empty, yet I had just enough time to actually slam it on. Well, time. I had only just enough product left to slap it on there, and we're complete, as far as that part's done. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna finish my face makeup now, and then I'll return to you to complete the eye look. Okay, we're back. I've already started doing my under eye area with a matte orange shade. I do want the warmth that's also on top to also be on the bottom, but I don't want the shimmer on the bottom. Yeah. By the way, my foundation, concealer and powder is also Catrice. I'll have a list of everything I use below the video as always. Thought I'd just keep it at the budget brand sort of vibe. But yeah, I'm just tossing this on with a tiny blending brush, not too much. And then I'm just grabbing a big fluffy blender without extra product on it and just blend it out some more. I don't want this to be too heavy, I just really want a little bit of the color to be there. Then on my inner corners I'm using the same brush, but I wiped it off obviously. With the palest shade from this palette, which happened to be a white goldish shade. Which actually turns out to be really pretty. But yeah, this is going to function as my inner corner highlight today. I'm also putting it on my Cupid's bow. Just have it return somewhere in the face. Then on the very outer edge of the eye, on the edge of a flat eyeshadow brush. Pressing a dark brown shade between my eyelashes. Not smudging this out, I just want it to be connected to the wing there. And then to bring the lightness back down there, I'm just using a nude pencil on my waterline. Now at this point you can either do what I'm gonna do, or you can just leave it at mascara, which is also fine. If you don't want to wear falsies, that's okay too. But I want to wear falsies because I finally convinced myself to grab a new pair of the Soulmate lashes by xoBeauty. Because my old pair was like 5 different types of doomed and decaying and really not in good state anymore. So yeah, now that I've done that, I want to use them. So I'm just gonna apply these. They're very, very natural, so that should just really give sort of a false lash effect. Obviously, more like a lash extension effect is what I'm trying to say, without being too much. So you can see then the glue is almost dry on this eye. This one is still false eyelash. Yeah. But yeah, like you can see, it's very subtle, but it just gives just a tiny bit extra, I think. My top lashes are already dark because I tint them regularly. So I'm not going to do anything else to those. I'm just using a nearly empty mascara on my bottom lashes to make them join the game. Now for the rest of the face, I'm going to use a palette. Also happens to be by Catrice. This isn't a one brand tutorial, but it's almost one. But yeah, anyway, I'm just going to contour with this and also do the blush and the highlights from this palette because it's handy. Okay, I just totally did my entire face in terms of color with this particular brush. I'm actually kind of surprised that it worked out well. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna try to decide what lipstick I actually want to use and I'll come back to you once I've decided. Okay, I decided I feel like going for dark lips, so I'm going for a red, brown, goldish shade. That's a crappy explanation of a color, but you're going to see what it looks like in a moment. Okay, I think we're done. This look quite honestly came out different than I had anticipated. I hadn't really planned it in the first place, so that doesn't help. Anyway, I do enjoy how it turned out. So let's go to the show part and then we're gonna finish this video off. And we're done, which is good because my neighbors are only just now starting to work with a chainsaw in their backyard for some reason. Anyway, good timing. Point being, yeah, this is the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did enjoy it, please click the like button. It would really help me out. And that was it for today. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and I hope to see you next time. Bye!